At Katie First Lady says, stop hiring too many darn people that you're never going to use. Too many that should have been stars by now, and all because you had to change something that didn't need to be changed. Hashtag tweet the table. And look, I don't know if so many of them needed to be or would have been stars by now.
Right.
But they sure did bloat themselves. I don't think they were even good the last couple years. They've done this before where they're like, we got a bunch of people because fuck any competition. We're just going to hoard them in. But the last couple years, they were like, okay, we're going to hoard in all these people. And everybody's like, who the fuck are these people? You know what I mean? Like, and all the other good people were left kind of like the real good because they were like, oh, we can't pull in this character because it doesn't fit our whatever. So they got the most vanilla generic people out there. And so when they're cutting a lot of these right now, I was kind of like, I think I've seen these names, but I don't know who a lot of these people are really. And
yeah, with this recent round, you had the Nia Jax, you had the Keith Lee, but then after you kind of pass Karrion Kross, it gets a little bit slim pickings. This is where I don't blame WWE though. It's a good business practice to say, we're going to sign this person so that the competition doesn't have them. Where I put the blame is on the talent. And it's not a huge amount of blame because, again, the money that they're offering is probably more than anywhere else is going to give them, except for maybe AEW, right?
More than we might stand to make in our adult lives even.
Exactly. I guess maybe temper your expectations when you're starting to see a bunch of signings. The talent by now should know, wait a minute, I got hired in with a class of 10. And then 3 months later, there's now a class of 8? Okay, something might be going on here. And then you got to change your mentality of like, they don't really care. They're not really invested in me per se. They just want me not on that team.
They're shotgun blasted. Well, I mean, they're just like, we're going to get everybody in. Who's good? None of you? Right. All right. Later. Right? Like, or it's not even later. It's just like, none of you are good? Okay. Well, listen, hang out over here. Next. Right? And they just kind of leave them hanging there. But I probably... At some point, like, you got to see the writing on the wall, and I probably would have been, like, if I'm one of these people, at some point, I know what you said, money talks, but don't you just, like, hey, listen, can I go?
That's what I'm saying. There's two different types of workers, especially in this kind of an industry, where it's like you're fueled by creativity and the art, or you're just fueled by, I got a raise. If you're the I got a raise, you might last in WWE a few years longer than you should. If you are, I am a creative wrestler, I want to tell stories, you should know by now in 2021, that ain't the place to go.
It bothers him. That's bad for you to be bringing that up.
That's where it's like, we have enough education now to know not to be doing that stuff if you're that type of wrestler.